Today, I'm here in the Pall Mall for a truly special moment in the cigar industry. I'm here to sit down with Dominique Gyselinck, a true icon of the cigar industry, as she opens the doors to her new home here in the heart of London and shares her vision for what is to come next. It's an experience, from the finest cigars to 2 stunning bespoke humidors to a beautifully curated collection of accessories. Everything here has been designed with purpose. And of course, it doesn't stop there. Alongside the ritual of a fine cigar, you'll find an exceptional selection of rare whiskeys, as well as an incredible rum collection, each one carefully chosen to complement the smoke, creating something rich, complex, and perfectly balanced. This is a space where passion, craftsmanship, and luxury truly come together in perfect harmony. And today, I have the privilege of sitting down with Dominique for the first official smoke inside their luxurious lounge. So join me as we step inside Dominique London's new flagship boutique here in the heart of London on the Pall Mall for an extraordinary moment. Well, Dominique, it is always a pleasure to be back in your company, enjoying what it is that we enjoy so much together, which is great cigars, great rum, great company. And of course, the third part of the trifecta is someplace beautiful. And we're sitting inside of the new lounge of the Dominique London flagship boutique here in London on the Pall Mall. And I have to say, congratulations. This is a masterpiece of not just vision, but of ambition, because this is extraordinary. This is the new standard here in London.
Very glad, because I put a lot of efforts and time in this, because I wanted to recreate, in fact, that you're at home. It's cozy, it's nice. You must here be in your bubble. If you come here to enjoy your cigar and a nice rum, for example, then you must have the feeling to be at home and to think about your journey or what you're going to do, and then time to relax, me time.
Yes.
Voila.
Yeah. Well, there's no better way to relax than over a great cigar. And here at Dominique London flagship boutique in the Pall Mall, La Casa del Havana, right? You have not just the full portfolio of Havana cigars, but even more. You have La Casa exclusives. And then here in your second humidor, I mean, not one humidor, but 2, you have an incredible selection of vintage cigars.
Huh?
And
yeah, they're beautiful.
One of which we're enjoying today. So, first and foremost, what are we smoking? And talk a little bit about the chairman's humidor, because I think that is, in many ways, kind of the cherry on the cake here.
Well, today, one of the oldest brands, in fact, we're smoking, El Rey del Mundo. But in fact, El Rey del Mundo is the king of the world, because did you know that before 1966, before Cuba and Trinidad, in fact, El Rey del Mundo was a high-level cigar, because the tobacco that they used to make this wonderful piece is from very high quality. And then when Cuba came into the market, and afterwards in 96, they give up on this beautiful brand, and then the masterpieces are in fact Cuba and Trinidad. But the level of the cigar, El Rey del Mundo, it's wow, it's class, it's the rolls of the cigars, in fact.
But there's something even more nuanced to this, right? Because it's not just an El Rey del Mundo, but it's an El Rey del Mundo from your chairman's humidor. It's a vintage cigar, and just looking at the beautiful box,
it's an old box.
You can
already.
see the
you
patina.
See it, and it's a cabinet, which you don't find often anymore. 50 cigars in one box. Beautiful, and the color of the wood already, you see it's aged. And it's from 1999, I think. Yeah. And it's a choix suprême. That says all in one word, choix. The choice suprême. It's a high-level choice. Voilà.
Well, it's
and
delicious.
You see the ashes are very nice, nice layers. It's a delicate cigar.
But the lounge here, in many ways, is really the entire experience at the Dominique London boutique here in the Pall Mall is an indulgence. right? I mean, you've got an indulgence of cigars. I mean, the Humidor that you built with Massimo is extraordinary. The selection is superb. The stock availability has to be the best in the entire country. The accessories are extraordinary. I mean, really, the selection of the selection of the selection. I mean, haute creations from Monsieur Dupont, the limited editions from Elle Bleu, the Falan cases, the whiskey, the rum,
Everything
and then the
is
cigars.
of high level. That's what we are, and that's we are looking for, to be the best in everything. And also when people, you can have the best cigar, whatever, but if you don't have the nice tools to light a cigar or to cut a cigar or to keep your cigars.
How important are those? I mean, because, you know, we spend so much time talking about the cigars because it's the, you know, it's the one shared passion that we all have in common.
That's all about passion, eh?
But the accoutrement that accompany those cigars, I feel like are often overlooked. But how important do you feel that those are, and how are those contributing to this experience here at your new flagship?
I think in the first time we are looking for, you see already in the finishing of the shop, of the lounge, it's all very high level. And I think that line must be all the way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you lose that vision. Tell me all about the rum, because we created together with Eminence.
Really? Okay.
I created last year when I was in Cuba. I created those two rums, 25, and here the blue is 12 years.
It's delicious.
And yeah, they were all old rums, and I paired them, and we have this beautiful rum who is very fresh and delicate, and then you have the other bottle, and I designed it, the color of the etiquette myself. It's 25 years old.
Which is quite old for rum.
Yes,
you
it's
don't
very
see that
old.
often.
But if you taste it, it has a lot of body, but it's not aggressive. It's not something that when you drink it, you feel sometimes when it's too harsh, you feel where the rums go to. You don't have this with those rums because they are very, very balanced, very elegant, and it matches, of course, with
the cigars.
The good vintage cigar. That's old rum, and it's
old cigars.
An old cigar.
I mean, I think we're drinking the 25, and here we are with a 25, 27-year-old cigar.
As well, eh? It's like, for me, it's like, caramel. The color is like, you should pour it over vanilla, the flan caramel. It reminds me of this, the color. And the smell, you smell the fraîcheur. Do you smell it? We are sitting here with trees. Well, in fact, you smell the trees, the fraîcheur, no?
Yes, I think so. The fresh earth, right? Yeah. I mean, it's delicious. It's full-bodied, right? It's round, but it's not too rich. It's not overpowering. Like a lot of the really old rums and the old whiskeys can be so concentrated in their flavor that it's too much.
Very delicate. Even on your tongue, you feel it's not aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like a candy. No?
Well, this is what's beautiful about, I think, what it is that you're creating, is that you really have taken a multi-dimensional approach towards cigar retail. And I think in some ways, I mean, ultimately, of course, at the end of the day, you're a retail shop. You sell cigars, you sell accessories. But I think that your vision, you know, at least from my perspective, seems to be much larger than simply providing a retail experience.
Yes.
So talk about that a little bit. I mean, you know, all these different facets to what is the crown jewel of the Dominique London, you know, kind of group now, can be seen here in the new flagship store. I mean, walking into this lounge, I mean, the ventilation is fantastic. We saw that during the build process, all the work that went into that. But even the wallpaper and the fabric selection and the glasses and the ashtrays and the carpets. I mean, everything is at a very high level. and very consistent with what I would say is what one would expect of the tobacco, which Cuban tobacco.
They are pieces of art, that's for sure. And in fact, we took that vision into the shop because we want when people come in, they are not there to buy, you know, they are there to see, to feel, to smell, to have this feeling of, wow, the love who is in the creation of those beauties. And we want that people come, when they are in, that they have a good feeling to start, and that we can share our knowledge and our love for those beauties. And that's something very difficult because we are not there to, you know, I don't want, if I come into a shop, I don't want that people push me.
Yeah.
And here we do the same. We want that people have a feeling, enjoy themselves, to see, to hear, to taste.
Discover.
Yeah. And that is what I want. And it's the same here in this lounge. As you come in, you have the same feeling. It's a warm feeling.
It's inviting.
Yeah. And even when you're stressed, you come in and the stress goes out.
With the smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, like the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, should say like this. Yeah.
Dominique London is operating in how many countries? I mean, I couldn't count them, but...
Yeah, we have Germany. We have Swiss. We will have Luxembourg in a couple of weeks. We have Belgium. We have Spain. We have UK. So we have Monaco.
Yeah.
So we are at 7 countries.
7 countries.
Yeah.
Why was London in the United Kingdom, why was that where you chose to open the flagship? Because this is now the global flagship for the entire brand.
Yeah.
And I would imagine, of course, that it was very intentional in choosing not just the United Kingdom, but London.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me a little bit about, you know, that kind of thought process, and maybe even taking it down to this street, the Pall Mall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Pall
an
Mall
iconic street.
Street is a beauty, yeah. All these old buildings and all the private clubs who are on the street. And at the end, you have the palace of the king. A street with a lot of grandeur. I can imagine 100 years ago when horses were still there and carriages. It must be, and ladies nicely dressed with hats and gentlemen nicely dressed. It must be something unique. And I think London still have the vibe of high level. People are nicely dressed. People are here to work, of course, because now it's business and the clubs are there. But I think the choice we made, Frederick and I, in the first time, London is the capital of the cigars. You have here a lot of private member clubs. You have here a lot of shops. And I think for me, it's a beating heart in Europe.
Yeah.
The UK, of course, but it's a beating heart where all go about cigars, nice whiskey, nice restaurants, suits. And London is the only city in my eyes where as man you can do your shopping from shaving to even to socks and shoes and it has it all. And here in Pall Mall, you see the vibe, you feel it. So I wanted to sit here.
Yeah. What was this location like whenever you first discovered it? I mean, is this,
I have some pictures I will show you. It was concrete. It was a new building. And it was casco, It was just concrete.
So totally empty shell.
Yeah, nada. There was nothing.
And building a cigar shop, and especially a lounge like this in London, I would imagine isn't very easily done. I mean, you know, what did it take in order to achieve this and really even get permission?
I come into a building, even it's an empty box for me. I already see in front of me what I will make of it. So I make some drawings.
Okay.
And then in the night, I think about it. And then in the morning, I say to Frederick, look, that we will do.
Okay.
And that is, well, And then he said, I cannot see it. I said, I see. So you don't have to see, I see. And then I start to, with Massimo, for example, I said to him, look, I want the colors of the shop racing green, because we are in England. And with Bentley, it was also racing green.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I want some materials who are very rich, you know, they are very cozy. So I choose green lacquer,
Mm-hmm.
the green marble,
Mm-hmm.
and satherwood, because the satherwood is always there for the cigars, of course. And I wanted, in fact, I wanted a big cigar box. And that's why I choose the satherwood. And then I said to Massimo, look, I want to go into the Art Deco, because it has this vibe. In Brussels, for example, we have beautiful houses. They are still well maintained, and it's so beautiful to know the history behind it. So I said to Massimo, you know what? I don't want an old shop. We will not have squares. I want it all round, because it's nice to circulate, and it's younger, it's new, it's different. So I put my own touch in it, and you see what it gives there.
Yeah.
For example, the fabric was on the walls comes from Italy, and it's very hard to find it. It's something, it's very beautiful. It's very, and it's a specialized team who comes to put it.
Really?
Because even in the stairs.
Okay. Well, I love the entry down the stairs with those green
with
leaves.
the leaves. Yeah.
I mean, you really kind of feel like you're stepping into a garden down here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the basement, but you wouldn't know it.
And that's why on the walls as well, I wanted hanging gardens, because, concrete wall, it's not something beautiful to look at. And that's why I put the plants on it.
Yeah.
And it gives it's like you're looking through a park.
Yeah, and you have natural light. Again,
yes,
it's not
and
closed off.
I was falling in love with this building, because here you still see the sun, the rain, whatever is there. So you don't have the feeling to sit.
You're being trapped inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's open, there is, let's say, you can breathe, and that's very important.
Yeah.
In fact, people are like flies, you're attracted to light. So natural daylight is something...
Yeah, important.
Yeah, it's important.
Well, it's very comfortable, I must say. And, you know, the filtration system is extraordinary, because one, you can't even hear it. You can't hear anything. It's completely silent.
Yeah.
It is maybe even better than Airkel, right?
Let's say, Kirby, this morning, we smoked together a cigar, but at lunchtime and afterwards you have other things to do. I don't want to smell like an old cigar, you see? Because afterwards you have things to do, so it's not nice to smell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's for me very important. When I cannot do the degustation of a cigar outside, and you have to do it inside, then it must be good, because otherwise it's...
Yeah. And I prefer to smoke inside, but this is a problem with smoking inside, is oftentimes, you know, you do have a lingering aroma that may...
When there is no wind, I like to smoke outside.
Okay. You know, as I joke in Texas, it's either too hot, too cold, or there's mosquitoes.
Yeah, but mosquitoes, you put the cream on it. They don't come to you, the mosquitoes.
Yeah. So I know that this was a big journey. You know, talk to me a little bit about what it felt like. I mean, Dominique, you've had this incredible journey in your career. I mean, we sat down, you know, during the auction series, and we had the opportunity to speak about, you know, the genesis of your journey, right? And it wasn't by any means an overnight success, right? I mean, you know, you really worked hard, you know, for years, you know, to build what it is that now people see as being significant. And this moment, right, of arriving in London, you know, as you described as the capital of cigar culture, not just in Europe, but in many ways the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the highest level, what you find here. You know, to arrive here at London and to open your first flagship boutique, your boldest and most ambitious project, in some ways even more bold and ambitious than Monte Carlo, you know, to open that here in London on the Pall Mall, and then to celebrate that last night with all of the people that came from all over the world, What was that like? How did you feel? I mean, were you able to take a moment and to exhale and appreciate that, or is it merely on to the next thing?
I live for my company. It's my baby. It's everything to me. Everybody who works for us, I don't see them as numbers. I see them as human beings, as people that I know that must share the same passion and the vision that I have. And well, it's the whole team who makes the dream come true. It's
Yeah.
the right people on the right place with the love for what we do each day again.
But for you personally, I mean, 25 years ago, whenever you were just beginning, you had your first shop. Did you ever think that you would be here in London on the Pall Mall?
Not maybe with the first shop, but I think in 2011, when I was Havana specialist, and I went to Cuba to learn all about cigars, and then I said to Frederick already, look, I want to be the biggest, the best in the world in cigars. Voila.
And what moment was that? That was in Cuba in 2011.
When I came back from Cuba in 2011. And I still remember I was there in the month of November.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back in January, and I said to Frederick, I want to be the number one. It's never enough for me, and it's never good enough.
Yes.
Because already now it's the first day and in London here, and I'm already busy with Luxembourg, who will open up the 21st of May.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. But how does everything change after this, right? Because, I mean, again, you have over 35 stores around Europe, right? And you've spent, a significant amount of time building what is the largest retail group of cigar stores, probably in the world, certainly in Europe.
Yeah.
And then here we are at this moment of inflection with the flagship boutique after many, many years finally being, established.
Yeah.
How did things change going forward?
Because we make a decision, Frederick and I, and that was that we will have 3 types of shops.
Mm-hmm.
So we will have the AAA, like here, and like Monaco, and like we will change other boutiques as well. And then we will have B boutiques, where there is no lounge or there is no... It will have the high standard and the good people inside, but it will be different.
Yeah.
And then you will have the C, and that are the little shops, the takeaways, I call them.
Okay.
And of course, there will be always the same Dominique London standards, but it will be different. I cannot imagine that, for example, the little boutique we have at Shepherd Market, we cannot fit there a lounge. We cannot put a big humidor. The building is not fit for it. But there, you will see, I will change it as well. I'm already busy with the plans of it. It will become like a little candy shop. You pass by, you buy your cigars, and off you go again. Yeah. But you know that you will have good cigars, that the people who are there, they will give good advice. And, it's the quick takeaway shop. And here it's more to relax, to enjoy, to
experience.
So there are 3 different things.
Yeah, I know that you are not a woman to stand still, and always in movement and working towards the next thing.
Me here, the team call me the tornado. They call me the tornado because I cannot sit still. I'm always busy, and even at home, my husband say, "You never sit on a couch," he said. No, because I'm always busy. I'm not cooking, then I'm in the garden.
Yeah.
I'm not in the garden busy. I'm busy with the company or inviting people to come over to have a cigar or to lunch together. I love this. So I love to drink a good wine and with a nice cigar and some good food. It's very important. It's a way of life.
Yes. Well, life is to be enjoyed and experienced, and that's
For sure.
not done sleeping or standing still.
Mm.
26 Pall Mall, right? Opened on March 26th.
Of the 26th.
Of the 26th.
Yeah, we did not on purpose, but yesterday morning, Frederick and I, we said to each other, it's the 26th today, and we're on the 26th of Pall Mall
Yeah.
in the year 26.
2026.
Yeah, so
I think it's a good omen.
Yeah.
And how many days a week will this be open?
7 on 7.
7 on 7. And the lounge will be open 7 on 7 also?
7 on 7.
Wow, okay. That's exceptional.
Yeah.
Because one of the challenges in London, of course, is
on
finding a
Sunday
place on
they're
Sunday
not-
to smoke or buy
yeah,
cigars.
But here they're welcome.
Yeah, okay. Incredible. Wow, this is delicious. What do you think about this? How's it evolving?
It's,
How would you describe it? I find that...
It's good that it's still morning, and it's a nice, elegant cigar. It has flavor, but not too much.
Yeah.
It fits well with the rum.
But also with the age.
Yeah,
you're really experiencing those secondary
there is
characteristics.
no greenness inside anymore, and that's what's very nice because it's smooth and it's nicely rolled as well.
It's Cuban tobacco.
Yeah, but it's nicely rolled. It's from '99, so it's a vintage cigar.
Yeah.
Right?
And those were the, that was kind of the troubled years, right? But this is beautifully rolled. It's got a perfect draw.
I think it was in Cuba the years that they didn't have all the stress. What's going on now? It's not.
Yeah, it's a difficult moment for
yeah,
Cuban
it's
tobacco.
a difficult moment for Cuba, but they're strong and they will. Yeah,
they're resilient, right? And
that's something nice if you have that.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever met people, as a culture or as a kind of a nation that have the strength of spirit and hearts as the people of Cuba.
They bend in the wind and they always come back.
Yes.
They always come back.
But there's a real
Whatever
beauty
happens.
to just the human spirit in Cuba. And
They're strong people.
And you see that through the strength, right? You see that in their passions, right? And not just in Cuban cigars, but everywhere.
If they dance, if they sing, there's always passion. If you hear the Cuban music, it's all about passion and love always. And even the merengue that they dance, it's full of passion. So yeah,
I like to think that they share that with us whenever we smoke these cigars. Because, at the end of the day, Cuban tobacco is a gift of the Cuban people to the people of the world. It's a product of the people. And you see that beginning all the way at the fincas, all the way through the entire industrial cycle to the factories, the rollers, the torcedores, even the people sorting and boxing.
it starts already with the people, the farmer, who must put his love into his land. There it starts already.
And I've had the opportunity to visit other countries of origin. And I think one of the things that struck me most visiting, other countries, which put into perspective for me Cuba, is that the farmer in Cuba, more often than not, is carrying on a family tradition and legacy.
Yeah.
And so not only do they, put their heart and soul into the land, and they do it, not as a job, but as a tradition and as a legacy. And a lot of the farmers are still farming the same land of their parents and their fathers.
With tools.
Yeah.
Who are
From their
that.
parents and fathers. Really.
You see, they have the ox, and then they don't have the machine like we do.
But it's different than in other countries where you have an owner of the land that then is hiring, laborers to do the farming that have no connection to that land. And in Cuba, of course, the land is owned by the government, the country, right?
It's everybody's.
It's everybody's.
Yeah.
But the farmer has still has a non-financial ownership and connection to that land. And so you see that connection, cultural, but familiar, right? you see that connection amongst the farmers. And again, as easy as to say that that's insignificant or that, you have some moral opinion about that, it is real. And I feel that ultimately, that sum of parts actually is transferable or somehow captured in this tobacco.
You see it, you feel it when you're there. In Pinar del Rio, you see the farmers. I was one day, 20 years ago, and the farmer was sitting in front of his house. Huh?
Yeah.
And then I was talking to the man. He was very charming, and I looked into his house and I was like, oh my God, there was not even a floor in this house. It was earth, and he slept in a bed not in a bed that we know, but he was smiling and he was happy. You saw it, and he was overlooking his land, and I think he was thinking what he had to do next day. And he had those tiny little cigars that he rolled himself, and you saw he was happy.
Yeah.
He was happy, really. I still have a picture of him.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was recently in Cuba during what was meant to be the festival. And of course, it was a great, not disappointment, right? But I think that we were all a little bit saddened that Cuba was, and not, I mean, of course for ourselves, right? Because we all wanted to be there, right? I mean, we all look forward to the festival. And so there was a certain selfishness, right, admittedly, of sadness for myself or disappointment, right? But I think, fundamentally there was a certain sadness for the people of Cuba that they weren't able to host that event. And I think we all share a desire and a wish and a dream and a hope that things, do get better for Cuba. But I was driving through Havana, between La Guardida, which is a fantastic restaurant, and the Prado. I was driving back to pick up the crew. And I was driving down a crowded street in my car, right? And the life in the street was overwhelming. There probably was no power, right? So they probably were forced into the street because there was nothing to do inside, right? But there was life in the street, families in the street, children in the street. And I saw one of the most beautiful moments of my life, right? Much like the one that you're describing with this farmer, which is what made me think of it. It was a very humble man, old, right? And kind of overalls or, what looked like an auto mechanic's smock, right? And he was walking down the middle of the street with a granddaughter in each arm.
Oh, yeah.
And he must have, picked them up at school. He was walking them back home. Maybe their parents were working and he was able to do that. And the smile on that man's face was one of the most profound smiles I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, the happiness, the wealth, the richness of that man in that moment, who wasn't thinking about the problems of Cuba, or whether or not he had food when he got home, or whether or not there was power or internet. He was there with his granddaughters that were thrilled to be with him.
Yeah.
And
beautiful.
I was stopped, right? I was so struck. And, those are the memories that
you will keep forever.
That I'll keep forever. And it's so easy as someone that has not visited the country, or as, those of us that enjoy this incredible wealth and richness, to judge, the circumstance of Cuba. Yeah. But Cuba is a rich country, and it may not be rich in financial and material wealth, but it has to be one of the richest countries in cultural wealth that I've ever visited. And that is what it is that I love so much about Cuba.
Cuba is, whenever you are there, and certainly in Havana, with all the problems of today,
many.
It still is alive.
Yes.
And that's something you never would see in Europe.
Yeah. Or America, for that matter. I mean, really.
Yeah. They have this drive. They have this you know, the power. Even with nothing, they are happy.
Yes.
And we have everything and we are not happy.
Yes. Yeah, there is a, you know, the drive is a drive for life and for living. And, you know, again, you know, the financial opportunities in Cuba are, you know, terrible, right? I mean, there's hardly any. But despite all of that, the life, the happiness, the joy, the living, right? And not for everyone. I don't want to glaze or gloss over, you know, the challenges, right? It's, you know, certainly easy to do that. But I have a great love for that country and a great appreciation for the people. Of course, I hope that their circumstances ease, right? So that life becomes a little bit easier for them.
It will change.
But I think that that's one of the reasons it's so important to honor Cuban tobacco, is by honoring the tobacco and honoring these great cigars, ultimately we honor the people, their legacy and their lives.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what I love, and I think that's what you're doing. You know, it's only fitting that these cigars... Well, but it's only fitting that these cigars are to be honored by enjoying them well. And here at Dominique London's new flagship boutique, we're enjoying these well. So thank you for that. I mean, Dominique, I have to say,
with pleasure.
Congratulations. We've had quite a journey over the last you know, year together. I mean, first in Havana last year, you know, at the you know, the beautiful party that you threw the night before the festival. Then in Monte Carlo at the opening of the Monte Carlo Cigar Club. Then our adventure in the auction series where I sold that box of cigars. That was so exciting. I still remember sitting up there in the Emery, you know, smoking our cigars and watching those auctions lots kind of come. And then here we are, just barely 4 or 5 months later, you know, celebrating the opening of your new flagship in the Pall Mall. Well, congratulations, Dominique. I hope that
Thank you.
I hope that you're able to take a moment and relish in this accomplishment. And to everyone that, of course, is watching, you know, if you're here in London, you know, it is a must visit location. It's worth
for sure
traveling out of your way, and not just to walk the shop floor and maybe, you know, to browse the selection of cigars, but to come down here in this lounge to relax and to savor.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Thank you, Dominique. Yeah. So that brings us to the end of our journey through Dominique London's extraordinary new Pall Mall flagship boutique. Just weeks ago, this was nothing more than wires and concrete, and now it stands as a statement piece, a true testament to Dominique London's commitment to the highest expression of cigar retail. More than a shop, it's an experience. While others may tread water, Dominique London moves forward, bold, unapologetic, and with unrivaled vision for the future of cigar retail. Every corner, every detail, every carefully curated rum and perfectly paired cigar tells a story of dedication, of artistry, of a vision brought vividly to life. To walk these rooms, to feel the transformation, to share the very first official smoke here, it's more than a privilege. It's a reminder of what's possible when ambition meets craft, when vision meets action, and the extraordinary heights that can be achieved when excellence is the only standard.